So, you here because you want a job at Canva, right? Well, keep watching because in this video I have 5 tips for you that will help you land that job that you want at Canva and hopefully one day wear the Canva colors. What is up everyone, Ronnie here. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is the right place for you, my friend, to learn anything about Canva. Here you'll see some Canva tutorials, Canva tips and tricks, but also some general career advice on how to become a better content creator using Canva. Today, it's a little bit of a different video, an unusual video where some of you have asked me, how do I get a job at Canva? And because I've worked at Canva for 2 years and I have hired myself a couple of people while working at Canva, and I have some good relationships with a bunch of people from HR and recruiters. So I think I'm in a good position to give you some pieces of advice on how to land that perfect job that you want at Canva. So I have 5 different tips for you today. I have prepared a little presentation. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright guys, my first tip is going to be about where to search for these jobs that Canva is offering quite regularly. Alright, so the first thing I want to mention is that Canva is pretty much constantly hiring. When I joined Canva beginning of 2020, I was, I believe, employee number 700 and something. So when I arrived here in Sydney, and today Canva has more than 2,500 employees worldwide. So the company has grown exponentially and is continuing to grow. So there is always a large quantity of available jobs at Canva. And this not only in their main headquarters here in Sydney, but pretty much all over the world. And also Canva is opening up new locations in different countries. Some are acquisitions that they have made, like Flourish or like Kaleido, but some other offices, like their offices in Manila, their offices in Beijing, in Houston, are constantly growing and constantly hiring people. So where to find these jobs? Well, the answer is pretty straightforward. It is this landing page on Canva's website. Now we have a link in the description of this video with all the different websites or landing pages that I talk about. I will link all of that in the description for you guys so you can check it out after watching this video. So this page is pretty much the career center on Canva's website. So if we discover the page right here, we see Cliff, one of the co-founders of Canva, talking to the team. We see some footage of what is life as an employee at Canva. You see some pretty cool stuff, like people having fun, people bring their kids to work. All of this is completely true. So for working for Canva for about 2 years, I have myself enjoyed these perks, like all the clubs, all the parties, all the nice perks, the nice food, the nice infrastructure, offices. All of this is real, and every employee that works at Canva as an official employee can of course enjoy these perks. So how to use this landing page? When you land on it, well, you're greeted by this kind of banner video here, which portrays a very cool experience for employees when they join Canva. So if you scroll down a bit, you will see some of Canva's teams right here. So you have the people team, which is pretty much HR. You have finance and legal, you have customer happiness. This is pretty much the people who are in charge of answering all of the messages on social media and also making sure that customers are having a good experience with Canva. You have the marketing team, which is the team I was part of while working at Canva. And this team is pretty big, like around 200 people work in the marketing team. You have the engineering team, which is the largest team at Canva. Canva is constantly hiring engineers. Well, pretty normal for an IT company, right? You have facilities and admin, you have the design team, so all the creatives, like all the designers, motion graphic designers, you have the UI designers, you have business strategy and operations, so these are more like the management kind of roles. You have sales and success, the sales team, people selling Canva Pro, people always trying to find different ways to get more users on board. You have the data team that supports all of the wider Canva team with data and numbers. And you have the product management. So these are all the product managers, the PMs, like we call them, who are actually building Canva, creating the new features, etc., and work obviously hand in hand with the engineers and with marketing to promote these features. So these are the different teams. If you click on any of them, you will see the available jobs. So I'm going to open this one in a new window. So powering Canva's growth, that is the marketing team. And you can see a bit more about what the team is all about, what are some of the priorities for the marketing team, and then you will see some marketing jobs here at the bottom. Or if you scroll all the way up, you will see jobs. If you click here, you will see all the marketing jobs. Okay, so this is one way of using this career page on the Canva website. And if you click on one, let's see a job that I would be qualified for, marketing localization. So this one, for example, creators community manager in Egypt. So it's a remote work in Egypt. So you see that even though Canva doesn't have an office in Egypt, they still have jobs, they still have remote jobs. So if you're interested for this job, for example, you can click on it. You'll have the full description, focus on these bullet points right here, what you will be doing. So really understand what Canva requires from you for this particular job. And this is the starting point. So you can apply directly via their website. So this is how you find the job offers, okay? Let me come back to this jobs page, okay, the careers page. I'm gonna go all the way back because I want to show you how to use the filters. So on this career page right here, we also have a bunch of different filters, okay? So if you click on See Jobs, okay, this button here, the purple button in the upper right corner, you will land on this page right here. And you will see on the left side of your screen some filters. So you can find your dream job and you can filter by teams, specialties, locations, and all employment types, okay? So if you click on teams, for example, you will have the same teams I just covered one by one from the main career page, okay? So you can decide to see only jobs related to these teams. And I gave you a little bit of explanation for each of them so you understand maybe where you might fit. So that's teams. You can also filter by specialty, okay? So you have backend. So this is for engineers building the back end or specialized in back end. You have finance, front end. So that's the other side, for the engineers. You have full stack. So full stack is also an engineer role with both front end and back end. You have infrastructure. So Canva is an entire infra team, the infrastructure that takes care of all the network, of all the website, the things that are not particularly the Canva platform, but that support the existence of the Canva platform. You have leadership roles, product design, and security. Okay, so these are the different specialties you can search for specific jobs. Then you have locations. Obviously, that could be very interesting for you if you want to stay in one specific country. Some of you might be ready to travel for a job at Canva, like I did. I relocated from Thailand to Sydney, Australia. So you will have here a list of different locations where Canva is actually hiring. So this could be interesting. And these could be jobs that you need to be in that city or in that country, or that you can perform remotely, entirely remotely. So you will find this information in the job offer itself. All right, and we can see we have a lot of locations like France, Egypt, Japan, Czech Republic, London, Los Angeles, Malaysia, Manila, Mexico, New Zealand. So it's worldwide. So it doesn't matter where you are, and I'm pretty sure there are some jobs in Asia as well, like in India. You can find a job wherever you are. All right, and the last filter is employment type. So casual, contractor, full-time, internship, or vendor. So these could be also interesting ways of collaborating with Canva. You don't need to be an employee. Could be a contractor, you could be an intern, and start like that. I know a lot of interns who made an internship for Canva and they were paid during their internship that landed a job. I know a lot of people who we contracted as a contractor and then they landed a full-time employee job. All right, so this is answering the first question, where to find these Canva jobs. All right, moving on to my tip number 2, which is harnessing the power of LinkedIn. LinkedIn should become your best friend if you are looking for a job, not just a job at Canva, but any job, really. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let's jump into LinkedIn. The first thing I recommend you do is that you follow Canva on LinkedIn. This is kind of like the obvious thing to do, right? But you can search for Canva right here in your search box in LinkedIn, and you will land on Canva, which is a page, 347K followers. So just follow Canva. I am already following Canva, but you can view their page. And from here, you will see a bunch of different information. The first reason why you should follow Canva on LinkedIn is because you will be aware of company news and company actuality, which is super important when you apply for a job or you try to get in a company, to be aware of where this company is heading, what is happening at the company at the moment. Because if you manage to get a job interview and you can talk about something you've read on Canva's LinkedIn page, you will score some points. Definitely, because it will show that you care, that you have done your research, you have done your homework. So follow Canva's page and try to get acquainted to the type of content that Canva is sharing there via this page on LinkedIn. And Canva is pretty active, so they react to posts that people create, like Canva users, they tag Canva, and Canva will come and react and comment. So that's also a nice thing to do on LinkedIn, is to create some content about Canva. Just an extra tip right here. But what I want to focus on once you are following Canva's page on LinkedIn is to head over the Jobs tab right here. Okay, so if you click on the Jobs tab, you will find another list of jobs, and by all means, so these will be pretty similar to what you find on their landing page, on their website, but still, I mean, you might have missed one, or this might show also which are the hottest jobs that they are really trying to find people for. If they also advertise them on their LinkedIn page. So from the get-go, I can see that Canva has 576 job openings as of today, which is a lot of jobs, let's admit it. So find the one for you. So you can search here by keywords. For example, if you type in marketing specialist, and then search, you will have some sorted jobs for you. You'll see the job offers right here, and you will be able to apply directly via LinkedIn as well. Okay, so all of these applications, either from their website, from LinkedIn, they will be funneled into the same software. Canva uses a software to kind of manage all of these applications that comes their way. So pretty much they will land in the same place, in the same format. But these are two different ways of finding these jobs, and LinkedIn is a great place to do so and to find more of these. The second thing you should do on LinkedIn is to switch this little knob right here to set alert. Okay, so if you put the alert button on, like I just did, you will receive some news for some marketing specialist jobs at Canva. Okay, so you can turn on this little button right here, and LinkedIn will alert you when you have some new jobs posted by Canva on the platform, on LinkedIn. So if you go and manage your alerts, you could see marketing specialist for Canva. So this is an alert, not just job at Canva, but a marketing specialist at Canva. So you will receive a notification via LinkedIn, and also maybe via email if you have set that properly with LinkedIn for these types of jobs at Canva. So that's pretty interesting. I'll just trash it because I'm not looking for a marketing job at Canva. Delete this alert, yes, delete. But this is how you do it, and I highly recommend, if you're looking for that job at Canva, to set the alert for the specific keywords you are searching for, the specific roles that you are searching for at Canva. The next thing you should absolutely do on LinkedIn if you want to land a job at Canva is to dust up your profile and even like improve your LinkedIn profile. So your LinkedIn profile is very important and will be checked by the recruiters. If your application is even remotely interesting for people at Canva, recruiters at Canva, one of the first things they will do is to check you out. Okay, so they will search for you, they will Google your name, they will search for you on LinkedIn, and what they will see will influence, will forge their first impression of you as a viable or maybe not viable candidate. So you need to make a good impression here. So this is your first chance of shining if you want. So have a great profile picture, be creative with your visuals right here. Remember that Canva is a visual platform. So use that space that LinkedIn is giving you wisely and creatively, and then improve your bio. You know, like your tagline right here. Me is very easy. I create Canva fans, because at the end of the day, that's really what we do with this channel. So yeah, be creative with your tagline. Be creative with the first sentence that people will see on LinkedIn. Keep it short, because you will be cut after a certain number of characters for this first sentence. I don't remember how they call the first sentence exactly, but improve this one sentence. And then second thing is to improve your bio, okay? So you have a more extended bio. If you click on, where is it? Let me show you from mine right here. Yeah, your about section. So this about section is much longer, okay? So you can have up to, let me see if I can have, 2,600 characters right here. So use these characters to tell your story, but tell your story in a way that is compelling for a recruiter. Don't just boast about everything you've accomplished. Try to be specific to, okay, what value can I bring to a company? And try to tailor your message in here to the job you're actually seeking. If you're seeking for a job at Canva, keep in mind that the people reading this is Canva and not just anyone on LinkedIn. Write it for Canva, okay? So that's just a couple of tips about improving and dusting up your LinkedIn profile. It's always good also to have some featured posts right here. So you can create these posts in the featured section. So here, for example, I have my YouTube channel. I have some of my courses right here. So yeah, use this to feature some of your achievements, some of your work. That's always good to do. And then if you can, create some content, some recent content, or some recent interaction with other creators, because people checking out your profile will see your activity. So activity can be posts that you have created, but it can also be posts with which you have interacted, okay? So if you leave a comment to somebody else's content on LinkedIn, this will show in your activity thread on your profile. So try to be thoughtful about how you interact on the platform, about the comments that you leave on other people's content. All of this is part of what Canva will check. And then my last piece of advice would be on LinkedIn to try to connect with some people who already work at Canva. Don't be spammy, because I remember when I was working at Canva, and still now, I still receive a lot of people reaching out to me. Hey Ronnie, I just applied, or I'm considering applying for a job at Canva. Do you have any tips for me? Don't do that. People who work at Canva are extremely busy and they have very little time to help random people who reach out to them on LinkedIn who they'd never heard of and give them some tips about how to land a job at Canva. This is not what you should be doing. What you should be doing is to look for some common connections that you might have with people who work at Canva and ask for an introduction. If you think you are a right fit for a job and you see that you have in your LinkedIn connection 3 people who work at Canva, maybe you can reach out to them. Or if you see that you have a connection who is connected to someone who works at Canva, maybe you can ask for an introduction. So that would be the wise thing to do. Don't be spammy, just be professional and don't ask for too much. Just ask for an introduction. Let people know very clearly why you would like an introduction to that person that works at Canva. And if it doesn't work, then it's okay. You can wait, or you can search for maybe other ways to connect with people who work at Canva. And if you live in Sydney, please check out Canva's events. They regularly have in-person events, in-person workshops. So maybe attending some of these workshops, or even online, join the Canva communities, be part of that wider community. Join the Canva's workshops and webinars that are organized and ask questions, participate, engage, and make yourself known. Okay, so that's how you can connect with people who work at Canva. And this could be a good thing. If people who are recruiting already kind of know you somehow, or have heard about you from some of their colleagues, that might be a great opportunity for you. Because remember, the best way, absolute best way to find a job is to have someone internally to refer you. This is the absolute best way to land a job anywhere, in any company. So at Canva as well. All right, moving on to my third tip, which is to get familiar with Canva's culture and people. So this is really important because the more you know about Canva, the more you will understand what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do during a job interview. But also, you will refine your understanding on what working at Canva might look like, if this is really what you want, and if so, how to get there, okay? So how do you get familiar with Canva's culture and people? Well, the first thing is to really dig deep on Canva's website, okay? When I say Canva's website, usually when you go to Canva, it's canva.com and you land on your account, right? Like you land on the homepage of your account. But did you know that if you type canva.com/something, like for example, newsroom in this case, which is the page I want to introduce to you right now, canva.com/newsroom, you will find a bunch of information about the Canva actuality. So let me show you, canva.com/newsroom. You will get here and you will see pretty much like the latest news about Canva, at least the news that they communicate to the wider public, the wider audience. So you probably will find here some stuff you've already seen on LinkedIn, because they work together with the newsroom section of the website right here. But for example, here you see that Canva just launched a new campaign. What will you design today? So this is a global marketing campaign that Canva is launching. So you should be aware of that if you are applying for jobs at Canva at the moment. Like what is new? What is up with Canva right now? Social good, supporting Ukraine and promoting peace. Welcome to Canva Flourish. So this is the story about Flourish, the data visualization company that has been acquired by Canva recently. I made a video about this. You can find it on the channel. Canva named to Fast Company's World Most Innovative Companies list. So it's just some corporate news and articles of interest that you should be getting familiar with. Okay, you should read everything you can about Canva on their website first to have like the official source of information about Canva. What's up? What's new with Canva? So this page would be a great starting point. I will leave a link in the description for you as well to find it easily. You'll see that there are a bunch of different pages, so you can really go back in time and read. Just spend a day or two reading about the company, understanding what they stand for and what kind of projects are they getting involved with. That's the first tip I have in this regard of getting acquainted with Canva's culture and people. Okay, the second tip I have for you is to simply follow Canva on social media. The more channels you follow, the more information about the company you will have and the more you will feel where Canva is going. So, for example, like on Facebook, you should follow Canva's page, right? So if you search for Canva right here on Facebook and then you filter by page, you will see Canva's page, 1.7 million. So that's a big page already, and there is a bunch of information right here. Some stuff about design, but also some actuality, some novelty, some new features, etc., etc. Dive deep into this page. See how Canva communicates with its audience. See how people interact with Canva as a brand. This will give you a pretty good idea of who are the people at Canva. How do they communicate to their audience? What kind of people use Canva? Like this target audience, these typical users of Canva, like what are they struggling with? What do they love about Canva? All of this will help you sharpen your expertise, your knowledge about Canva for these potential interviews that you will get. The more you show Canva that you know Canva, the better your chances at actually landing the job at Canva. Trust me, I have interviewed a bunch of people who had very little idea of what Canva stands for, or very little idea of what Canva's social media channels were. Actually, they had never followed the page or followed Canva on Instagram or anything like that. So follow Canva's page on Facebook. If you can, join the Design Circle, which is their main Facebook group. Follow Canva on Instagram, subscribe to their channel on YouTube. All of these social media, Pinterest is also TikTok. Follow Canva everywhere and consume their content for a couple of weeks to really impregnate yourself of this Canva content and the Canva culture. So that is my main tip right here in this section about getting familiar with the culture, is to consume a bunch of content about Canva. Talking about consuming a bunch of content about Canva, a great place to do so is YouTube and Canva's YouTube channel. So you see here, this is the channel page of Canva's official channel. So 125K subscribers. This is their page, okay? And when I was working at Canva, my job right before I left was to manage this YouTube channel. So I know the channel very well, and I try to structure the channel into relevant playlist also. So if you go to the channels page, so like you search for Canva on YouTube, you will find their channel with the official logo, and then go to the homepage, okay? And from here, you will see the featured video, but then you'll see different sections with different playlists, okay? So you can see brand new Canva courses organized in playlists. So you have different courses. So that's if you want to learn, you'll have a bunch of design courses, getting started with Canva on your mobile, etc., etc. It's more about the platform and how to use it. Then you have what's new in Canva. So this series is about the new features. Then you have design makeovers, Canva mobile app tutorials. So these are tutorials, more tutorials, and you'll find me here in the tutorial section. You have the fun Canva challenges, the CCC tutorial playlist, and then you'll find the webinars. Pay particular attention to this section of Canva's YouTube channel, the Canva webinars playlist, okay? Organized by topic. Why? Because the webinars is this longer form of content where Canva is actually showing their people, showing their faces in their video. So in there, you will find webinars about different topics. So creating presentation, Canva for nonprofit, Canva for education. The last one right here is Canva for work, okay? So if you click on this playlist right here, you will find some cool videos for people who want to use Canva professionally. There are some hidden gems in there that I recommend you dig up. And I will come back to this in a specific video a bit later in this video. But really, my point here is for you to dig deep into Canva's YouTube channel, because there are a lot of content, especially in the webinars, that will teach you about the Canva culture. And then the last thing you should do, still on YouTube, is to try to find some information about Canva's origin story or Canva founder's story. Okay, so if you search for Canva founder, you will find some interviews of Melanie Perkins, Canva CEO. You might find some interviews of Cliff Obrecht, Canva COO, or even videos or interviews of Cameron Adams, who is Canva's Chief Product Officer and also one of the 3 co-founders. So there were three co-founders at Canva. So try to find information about them. The most public figure of the 3 is Melanie Perkins. But here, for example, you have this ad right here, and you see the 3 founders, Melanie, Cliff, and Cameron. So if you can find content on YouTube, on podcasts, on blog posts about these 3 founders and read about their story, read about why they founded Canva, why the company started, and where they are heading, this will give you a massive advantage also in your potential interview. Everything we are doing now is researching, is educating ourselves so that when we get to the interview, we have this edge on other potential candidates. All right, moving on to the next point. My tip number 4 to help you land that job at Canva is to create the perfect resume, okay? So this obviously goes without saying, but if you apply for a job at Canva, which is a visual platform, you need to have a visual resume, and your resume needs to look great. So the first thing that I would recommend is that you follow our class on Skillshare on how to create a killer resume. Diana and I have created a course on Skillshare, an entire class on how to create a cool resume, a professional resume using Skillshare. Okay, so I will leave a link in the description to this class. You will need a Skillshare membership, obviously, to be able to follow this class, just as like any classes on Skillshare. But you can sign up and you can have 1 month of free trial to Skillshare if you use the link that I will be leaving in the description. And this is part of the Rondi Bootcamp that we created about 1.5 years ago. So this class is called Create a Killer Resume with Canva. It has 5 different lectures and the class project, which is to create your resume. So in there, we give you some tips and tricks. For example, 10 tips to create a killer resume, the sections that you need in your resume, resume trends and inspiration. And then we design your resume with Canva starting from scratch. And all of this is going to be based on my very own resume that I used for getting jobs. Not the one at Canva, because I didn't apply at Canva, I was hired, but I will leave that story for the last part of the video, how I actually got into Canva. So yeah, this class on Skillshare is a gold mine of tips and really good pieces of advice on how to create a killer resume that should help you get that job at Canva. All right, so that's my first tip, to create the perfect resume. My second tip would be to learn from a Canva recruiter. What? How can I do that, Ronnie? Like, I don't know any Canva recruiter. Where can I get this information? Do you know a Canva recruiter? Well, the good news is that there is a piece of content made from a Canva recruiter on YouTube. Okay, this is part of the Canva webinars that I was mentioning a little bit earlier in the video. There is a video called Get That Job, How to Build the Perfect Resume. Okay, so in this webinar, which lasts for about 50 minutes, you will hear three Canva employees giving you tips, each in their kind of core set of skills, tips about how to land that job at Canva. So I highly recommend you watch this video. I will link it in the description of the video as well. The first person that will speak is Emily. Emily is a recruiter at Canva, and she gives tips on what recruiters are actually searching for when hiring for Canva. Then you have Hannah, who is a product designer, and she will start giving you tips on how to design your resume. It doesn't go as deep as the Skillshare class that Diana and I created, which is an hour and a half. Here, she will do it in 10 minutes. And then you have Jordi. Jordi works as an animator, a motion graphics animator at Canva, and she will give you some tips on how to create a video resume. So that's a very interesting part of this video as well. So if you want to know more about this video, which is highly underrated, you see only like 1,600 views, click on the show more here, and I have personally created all of these timestamps. So you will see an intro to Emily and Anna and Jordi webinars. Okay, so it really starts at 6:41. What recruiters look for, 6 tips to create a great resume, then creating your resume, then recruiter gives you feedback on your resume, how to create a LinkedIn background image, designers' top tips to create your resume, etc., etc. So this video is full of good tips and advice for helping you create that great resume. So again, link in the description. And then the last tip for this section, like creating the perfect resume, it's kind of obvious, but use Canva to get a job at Canva. Okay, Canva has a ton of templates for you to create a resume. So let me show you where to find them. Let's go just straight into Canva. All right, so this is my Canva homepage. I'm gonna head over to the templates button right here and click on it. And then from here, just search for resume. Okay, resumes. Okay, so you have resume. You can create resume website. Always a plus. If you can create a video resume or resume website, this gives you an edge. And if you do it with Canva, people will recognize, like Canva recruiters will recognize this is a Canva website. This guy knows how to, or this gal knows how to use Canva. So use the resumes. I'm just gonna click on the resume ones, and straight from here, you have a bunch of cool templates. Okay, you can use the filters here to refine your search for a Canva resume. Once you find one, just click on it and start tweaking it. Okay, have a great photo. I'm a big fan of having your photo in your resume. It makes it more personal. So yeah, just use Canva's resume templates to create your very own resume. And yeah, try to keep it in one page, like maybe 2 pages maximum. But yeah, there's a lot of information about this actually in our Skillshare class. Should your resume be 1 page or 2 pages? Like, there is some more information in there for you to guide you in this regard. All right, guys, I hope you are enjoying this tutorial on how to land that perfect job at Canva. If you do, consider leaving me a like for this video. I spent the whole morning preparing this information for you guys. I'm really trying to help you, because if you want to work for Canva, I believe it's a great company to work for, up and coming company as well. It's growing. So I really hope you do get that job at Canva. Please don't reach out to me to try to hook you up with some people at Canva, because I won't do that. But the best I can do to create this video. And so if you like it, give us a like. This is the best way to say thank you to us. It will help the channel, it will help us grow. And also, if you're not yet subscribed to our channel, there's a button right there. It's red. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's move on to our last set of tips about how to find the dream job at Canva. And this one is about standing out, okay? You need to stand out from the crowd. You need to catch the recruiter's attention some way or another. So I'm gonna give you a series of tips on how to do this. My first tip on how to stand out is to really shine on Upwork's and on Fiverr. Why would you say? Like, why do I need to shine on these platforms? Well, it depends on the job you're trying to land. Like if you're going for a more like a leadership job or something like that, maybe this is not relevant, or an engineer job, maybe this is not relevant. But if you're going for a job like a graphic designer, motion designer, maybe a UI designer or a copywriter or a translator for Canva, community manager, try to build up your profile on these freelancing websites. Again, I'm talking about Upwork and Fiverr, because I know for a fact, and also because I've done it myself, people at Canva very regularly search for contractors. And the work relationship between someone like a creator and Canva often starts with the employee being not an employee, but a contractor. So when Canva will have a need, for example, they start a new project and they need, let's say, translators who are able to translate some copy from one language to another. Let's say they are looking to translate some copy to Hindi because they want to launch this campaign in India. They might be looking on Fiverr or on Upwork for an Hindi-speaking copywriter. So if you show up there and if your profile is good and optimized, well, you might get contacted by Canva simply via the platform. I've done that. I've searched for people who would be helping me with the content on YouTube, create timestamps, optimize the titles, etc., etc. So let me show you an example of a good profile optimization right here on Upwork. So I'm going to zoom in a bit. So we have Vadim's profile here, and I found his profile very nicely written. Okay, the first thing I noticed is the profile picture. It's clean, it's simple, he's smiling, he's looking at the camera, has a background which is not interfering with the experience of viewing this photo. So in my opinion, this is a very professional profile picture. And I recommend you take note of what he's doing here with this profile picture. Nothing too flashy, but nothing too lower quality either. It's the perfect profile picture for me. And then we have the copy right here. So it's kind of like the introduction to Vadim. He says, "Pray for Ukraine," obviously relating to what's going on in Ukraine right now. My name is Vadim, and I am a professional graphic designer with 8 years of experience. I design logos, create corporate identity, signage, design posters, music covers, etc. I work on a limited number of projects at a time. Speed and quality are my main advantages. This means you get my attention to all project details, and I can provide you with everything as quickly and efficiently as possible. We'll be in touch. So for me, this is a very professional description, and please do not copy Vadim's description. If you are watching this and you thought, oh, I'm gonna write exactly the same thing, please don't do that. First, it's not professional. Second, it's kind of stealing. And third, I mean, it's not fair for him. I'm just showing you this because I believe it's well written, but there are like 100 ways of doing something similar. Why is it well written? Well, because it's client focused. Okay, so he's telling his story, but with a heavy emphasis on what clients are looking for. They are looking for years of experience. They are looking for specific design types, logos, corporate identities, posters, etc. They are looking for someone who will give them their attention and not just working massively like in an industrial manner on these platforms, working with 500 clients at the time. No. Vadim here is saying, I work with a limited number of clients, so I will give you my full attention. So all of these little details and attentions in the copy are actually playing into his favor. Well, if I read this profile, I would think he's professional. All right, so that is the story for why you should shine on freelancing platforms like Upwork and Fiverr. I know a lot, but I mean a lot of people who are full-time employees at Canva who started their journey with Canva as a contractor. And then because they do a good job, obviously you need to do a great job. If you suck at what you do, Canva will just work for you for the contract that they have hired you for via Fiverr or Upwork, and then they will just leave it there. But if you do a great job and if you show like really nice motivation and enthusiasm and professionalism, there's a high chance they will continue to work with you until the moment where they think, you know what, like this guy is really good, let's hire him instead of working with him as a contractor. I know so many people who have started their journey at Canva in this similar manner. So do consider this seriously. It is a viable way to get into Canva. My next point is to create a video resume. Okay, I've already kind of touched on that, but creating a video resume will really help you stand out. So how do you create a video resume, Ronnie? Right, so let me show you how to do this. I have a resume here that I use. It's straight up from the templates. I mean, it's just a template right now, but the way I would do that, once my resume is fully designed, I would use the three little dots right here and click on Present and Record. Okay, so this will lead me to the recording studio. So you can click on Go to the recording studio. You will have to choose your camera. So here I'm going to be using, where is it? Phase HD camera. Yes, so this is the one webcam right here on the computer, which is right there. So let's assume it is better frame. I'm using my main camera right now for shooting this tutorial, so obviously cannot use that. Choose your microphone and then start recording. Okay, you'll have this countdown and you can pretty much drive the recruiter to your resume. Hi, dear recruiter, my name is Ronnie and I'm going to guide you through my resume. So on top right here, you can see some personal information about myself and blah, 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 blah. You will be pretty much guiding the recruiter through your resume. Once you're done, click on End Recording, like so. Canva will then save that file in the cloud and then show it to you in the Canva document that you were working with. So let's just wait a second until this is done. So you see uploading your recording. Keep this window open. All right, so when your recording is uploaded, you can save and exit. All right, so after a couple of seconds, you'll see your video is uploaded right here. So that's the video that I just uploaded, 25 seconds. So what you can do is to replace this photo right here for your video. And then you will save that as a video file and send it or send a link to Canva Recruiter together with your actual resume. And that actual resume will also have your actual photo, so this photo right here. But how do you put this video into this frame right here? Well, you just simply drag it and drop it in. And see, and you can even double click here on the frame and frame this video up so it's properly centered now, like so. If you play this, pretty much drive the recruiter to your resume. Okay. Hi, dear recruiter. Hi, dear recruiter. My name is Ronnie, and I'm going to say so. I took a long time starting this. So what I can do is to simply click on the little video and I can trim it. Drive the recruiter to recruiter. My name is Ronnie, and I'm going to guide you through my resume. Dear recruiter. Hi, dear. Okay, so it's pretty much here. I'm gonna trim it. Hi, dear recruiter. Yeah, that's good. And I'm pretty much done with my video resume. Hi, dear recruiter. My name is Ronnie, and I'm going to guide you through my resume. Okay, I think you get the point. You can create a video resume based on a simple resume. This is a hack I never taught anyone. This is a world premiere. You are welcome. All right, let me finish this tutorial. We are getting close to the end, guys. I hope you have hit the like button by now. Otherwise, I would be pretty angry. All right, so the last tip I have for you is to actually create some content yourself about Canva. This is actually the best way of getting noticed by Canva. And this is how I ended up working at Canva. I never applied for a job at Canva, but one day I received a message from Cliff, one of the co-founders of Canva, via my Facebook group saying, hey Ronnie, we love what you're doing. Why don't you come and we have a chat and we would love for you to work with us at Canva. So this happened because I had created a large Facebook group in which I was creating a lot of value for Canva users, because I had started this YouTube channel and because I had these courses on Udemy. So all of this content contributed to catching Canva's attention. The people working at Canva noticed me and said, who is this guy talking about Canva? Well, at some point, all of this work that I did, not with the intention of getting a job at Canva, but all of this led me to getting that opportunity. It opened a door for me with an opportunity that I decided to take 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, come here, live 2 amazing years in Australia. And then after 2 years, I decided, you know what, it's time for me to fly by myself again, because my courses, channel, and everything is growing. And I really want to focus my attention full-time right there. And this is what I'm doing with this video. I hope this video was useful. I really sincerely hope it will help you get a job at Canva if this is what you want. Thank you for watching until the end. Leave me your favorite emoji. I'm not gonna tell you which one, but leave me your favorite emoji and say "and finisher." Okay, and finisher, favorite emoji, and I will reply with a special comment to you. And I will leave you a link to a video right here that I believe you should be watching next. This one is about finding your voice as a creator, because remember, creating content about Canva will get you opportunities. So check out this video next, and I will see you in the next video.